Hi. Today we're here at Magnolia Fire Department in Magnolia, Texas. We're going to talk to Chief Vincent, and he's going to tell us about his brand new Ferrara igniter pumpers, how they benefited his fire department and his community. Come take a look around. We'll talk to Chief Vincent and get a look at his trucks.
Prior to purchasing these engines, what was your experience with or your knowledge of Ferrara Fire Apparatus?
Well, I've been well associated with the company for more than 20 years. I've worked on Ferrara apparatuses before. Of course, I've seen them at the multiple trade shows and had an opportunity to look at them extensively. And I had opportunity to visit with Chris Ferrara many times in the past concerning his product. And they're an excellent product, and they have a great reputation in the industry.
Well, Chris is a hands-on owner. You'll have to admit that. When you bought your new engines, what factors were the most important to you in terms of how the trucks were going to be used and how they'd be of most benefit to those covered by your ESD?
Probably the three things that I looked at first and foremost was the operability of the truck. We needed an apparatus that would be easy to operate. We had some design factors that we wanted to work with the manufacturer to build into the truck. And then the warranty and after the purchase service of the apparatus was very, very important to us. So those are the factors that we looked at in making our selection of which apparatus manufacturer to go with.
Given what you needed, the new engines to carry and how you wanted them to perform, what about Ferrara's construction and custom designs most appealed to you?
Well, first we found that the plant was easy to work with. There were several things that we worked with them during the design phase that were unique to this fire truck. Things that we had talked about and discussed as an organization that we wanted into the next fire trucks we purchased. And irregardless of what the expectation was, Ferrara delivered based on our need. And so when we sat down with the engineers and the design folks at the factory and said, this is what we want to do, they were very, very flexible and helpful to get what we wanted in the end product.
Now, as most of the country is aware, nearly all of Texas experienced a significant drought this summer, and as a result of that drought, there was many wildfires across your state. Magnolia in particular had a very, very large fire. Tell me about that, along with how the new Ferrara engines were used and how their design impacted your crew's ability to perform.
Well, first, the fire was ranked as the third largest fire in the United States at the time it occurred. And it was a blessing that the new engines had arrived and were in service. Everyone had been trained on them, and we were able to utilize them on this large event. The fire covered approximately 20,000 acres, and so having apparatus that were able to deliver the capability these apparatuses were able to deliver was a true blessing on the fire ground. And the firefighters were very pleased with the performance of the fire trucks, and I absolutely believe that we were blessed to have them in service at the time of the fire.
So the new igniters that you have here have been called upon in some pretty important situations already. What about Ferrara's service gives you confidence that they'll be able to keep on performing for you?
First thing I would say is that everything we've asked to have done, Ferrara has delivered and has taken care of. In addition to that, the bumper-to-bumper warranty on the fire truck is another major reason that we purchased this apparatus. The bumper-to-bumper warranty on it gives us a lot of confidence that for several years to come, we will not have major expenses on the fire truck. And that it saves us money, it saves the community money. And one of the upsides to this is, of course, that it enables us to keep the fire truck in service. Having a local vendor that's close that can come to the station and repair anything that needs repaired here, it reduces our out-of-service time and allows us to keep the frontline apparatus in service longer.
Looking back on the research that you did prior to purchasing these vehicles, what would you recommend to other departments who are in a similar situation?
Well, the first and most important thing is to really analyze your apparatus specs to make sure that you've written a specification that's going to bring you the fire truck that best meets your need. And I think that was probably one of the most important things that came out of the process for us, was to identify in-house exactly what we wanted in a fire truck, and then to find a manufacturer that could deliver what we wanted in the fire truck. And as a result, we wound up with exactly what we were looking for when we began the process.
And so you have 3 brand new Ferrara igniter pumpers.
And they're doing a great job for the community, and the firefighters that work on them day in and day out are very pleased with them.
Outstanding. Chief, thanks so much
My
for your
pleasure,
time today.
my pleasure.